Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Cheska back at it again with another great live series video. So if you've been watching my channel, my vlogs, you know they're really cool. And you know that I have been doing homeschooling vlogs about our national heroes. So we did Rizal, Bonifacio, and now...
Mabini.
Oh, Mabini. Do we do Mabini?
Wala pa.
Not yet,
Okay.
but watch out for that. I might do that. And now we are going to be interviewing my esteemed guest today, the brand new edition of the great live series, Antonio Luna and Juan Luna, again by the amazing authors. I took most of my information from these books, so if y'all want to search about your favorite Luna, these are the books for you. So, shall we start? Let's start. First of all, Luna. When you hear that word, what do you think of? Of course, Luna is the Spanish word for the moon. You will find a street in Intramuros that says General Luna by the church, down the patio, near the parking lot of the catering service, just across the orphanage. If you know Intramuros, you know what I mean. So, how about Antonio? You know Antonio Luna? Do you know Antonio Luna? Of course he's Antonio Luna. Antonio Luna was also known, he's best known for being a ruthless general. He's known for disciplining his soldiers at the very best level of professionalism and patriotism. And we also know Juan Luna as one of the greatest painters of Philippine history. Because as you may know, he is the painter of Spoliarium. I did a cover about that, by the way. You can check it out in the description below. So let's get on with the facts. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, P. Anyways, Juan Luna, his aliases are the finest painter in Philippine history, as you can see over here. Also known as the Mad Artist. Why mad? I'll tell you later. His full name is Juan Luna de San Pedro y Novicio Ancheta. He was born in Badoc, Ilocos Norte, and he is the third eldest child. So now that we know about him, let's move on to Antonio Luna. Oh, Antonio. So Antonio Luna, his full name is Antonio Narciso Luna de San Pedro. He's the youngest, and he was born in Baraka Street, Binondo. His aliases are General Luna, aka the greatest general, in my opinion. So let's set these down. But what about the juicy facts? What about the tea? What about their personal lives? What about their hobbies? Do we know about that? No. So let's start with Luna. One Luna, because we're talking about two Lunas. If you know the song by Britney Spears, 1, 2, 3, Peter, Paul, and Mary. Here it is. Charan, an array of art. Did you know that Juan Luna wasn't just a painter? He was also an activist, a politician, and an Indio Bravo. If you're familiar with Indio Bravo, you may know that from my last video about great Indios. Artist Juan Luna was the only artist in his family, and he was accepted into the Academy of Fine Arts at the tender age of 17. He was so young back then. Now, his painting, Death of a Cleopatra, won a contest in Madrid and was bought by the Spanish government. He's already making a name for himself in Madrid. His painting, Spoliarium, actually took a year. After he painted the Death of Cleopatra, Juan Luna became more ambitious. He wanted to create something that captured the essence of his poor Filipino brothers and sisters working. So it's, Spoliarium, if you know the painting, it's about gladiators, bodies being dragged across the stage, women crying for their children. It's a very bloody and gruesome painting. Of course, that was also one of the best painting he won. And this won the first gold medal in a contest in Madrid, but not the Medal of Honor. Now, this especially is a very good topic because there are 3 people who won the gold medal. So, if he won one, if you think about that, and if you divide it exponentially, if you divide that, he didn't really get that much of a good prize. If he were to win the best prize, he should have got the Medal of Honor. But since that time, it was the time of discrimination and racial issues, they didn't want to give the best prize to an Indio, a brown man. So, a little bit of controversy in that one. And next one, J. Luna received an annual salary from the Manila government, provided that he paint a painting about the history of the Philippines. Actually, most of Juan Luna's paintings are missing, and photographs of it are only allowed in private collections. Can you believe it? What what a painter. His life is so mysterious. But he was also a politician. Yes, as I said earlier, Spoliarium was about his Filipino brothers and sisters fighting for equality, and he supported the freedom movement of Jose Rizal. He was one of the founding members of the Indio Bravos. So Indio Bravos is like a group, right, of great Indios. He was one of the founding members along with his brother, and he was very sympathetic for the poor and often spoke out for them. He was a man of the people, like I said. So he acted as a diplomat agent in Paris when the time came that the Philippines had to send over a representative for our Philippine independence. This was around 1898. June 12, 1898. But unfortunately, the Philippines' proclamation of independence wasn't really, what's the word? It wasn't...
Celebrated?
Yeah, no. Like,
Accepted?
Yeah, binaliwala ng American government. So even though they sent a diplomat already, they just ignored it. So I guess that was mean of the Americans. Anyways, did you know, fun fact, he was invited by the King Alfonso VIII's widow, the widow of King Alfonso VIII's widow, to the unveiling of the Senate Hall, which featured one of his paintings. So he was making a name for himself in Madrid. But you want to hear the spicy fact? Madrid wasn't the scene of art during that time, around the mid-1800s. It was in Paris. So, come to think about it, Juan Luna wasn't really that special. But he was making a name for the Filipinos, for his Indios, and I believe that's greater than anything else. Don't you agree? So now that we know about this, let's move on to Antonio Luna. Let's open this. Okay. Thank you, Shopee, for the washi tape. Only 10 pesos. And guys, baka naman you wanna send me some stationery. So, here it is. My favorite general, Antonio Luna. So Antonio Luna was from Ateneo Municipal de Manila. He graduated with a Bachelor of Arts degree with high honors. He also attended University of Santo Tomas. He took pre-pharmacy and he was brilliant in chemistry. My favorite subject as well. He was very brilliant in chemistry. He was also a pharmacist, if you guys remember. He was a pharmacist, and he completed poetry verses at age 15. So it was called Las Estrellas de mi Cielo, or The Stars of My Life. It was based on college girls that lived near him. So he was a romantic. He was also a romantic. And he won a contest as an undergraduate with an essay of Dos Cuerpos Fundamentales de la Química, or The Fundamentals of Chemistry. Can you believe it? He really loves chemistry. I love chemistry. You know what? I have a feeling we might be related. Don't you agree, Mom? I feel like we're related. Anyways, here are some politics that Antonio got into. So obviously, he's an Indio Bravo along with his brother. They founded the Indio Bravo movement. And he joined a Filipino-Spanish association in Madrid, which bore the name of Slave to Citizen. And he challenged racists into duels for pride and honor. There was this one time where he was insulted publicly by a famous Spanish writer. So you know what he did? He challenged him into a duel. And the Lunas, back here in the Philippines, the Lunas were known for their skill in handling guns, in fencing. So you know what the Spanish did? Being backed off, as he should. And he was very generous to his comrades. He was also a good general back then during the American War. So sad he had to die though. Did you know that Antonio Luna and Jose Rizal had a quarrel over a girl? Yes, Jose Rizal and Antonio Luna like the same girl. Her name was Nelly Boosted. If you remember from the Rizal presentation, they both like the same girl. But, you know, they eventually decided that bros over because brotherhood is very important, especially at this time. And he established a successful Salon de Armas, or a fencing school, here in Manila. His brother was also part of the fencing school. They taught the students. Honestly, I would want to join that fencing school. I think I'd be a good fencer. And he was offered a role in KKK as a military strategist, but he refused because he thought that it wasn't the perfect time. And he was arrested and jailed in Madrid because he was tricked into denouncing the uprising. He stayed there for a while until his brother, who was in good terms with the Queen, pleaded for his freedom. And again, brotherhood is really important. I salute you. And of course, lastly, Luna finally decided to join the revolution after what he experienced. And you know what he did? He studied abroad. He studied military strategies, how to help the Philippines in creating a better revolution. Oh, that's so sweet. But shall we move on to good facts? Like why Antonio Luna is the very best. Some factors include he worked tirelessly as a member of Congress. He founded and directed the paper La Independencia, and he imposed proper discipline on an unschooled army. He formed a cavalry unit and sharpshooters battalion. This is one of the first battalion of Philippine Army. He used local terrain to his advantage. That's what he was known for. He used very great defenses. And he became director of war. He fought with his men and battled. Juan Luna, on the other hand, as Juan Luna, he was a father. He loves his children very much. He waited for his country and history. He played a pivotal role in Jose Rizal's Noli Me Tangere. He actually offered to illustrate some of it, but since it wasn't allowed in the Philippines, it has been lost somewhere. Somebody probably has it in their private collection. He put the Philippines on the map of artists in Madrid and Paris, and of course, he was a well-known painter as well. So, Cheska, these lives are amazing. What's the tea you've been talking about? Well, as you may know, even if you're the greatest, your death will still be as humble as everybody else's. Just like these people. Juan Luna, the mad artist, what led to his demise? Now, this is gonna be a little bit triggering to some, but here it is. His greatest downfall was the love of his life. Yes, in a mad frenzy, he shot his wife and his mother-in-law because he thought that his wife didn't love him very much. Paz de la Pardo Taverona. It's right here. I'll put it here. And he thought that she didn't take care of their children anymore. That's why one of their children got sick. So can you believe it? The irony of his tragedy. The love of his life, the reason for his living, was gone because of him. So it's chaotic and cruel if you think about it. But we really can't avoid the fact that Juan Luna had a temper. And how about Antonio Luna? What was his tragedy? As you may know, Antonio and Juan Luna spoke a lot of languages. French was one of them. So I took the privilege of maybe translating it into French. La tragédie de l'homme était lui-même. So I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but his tragedy, the tragedy of the man, was himself. Yes, he was such a great general that he made enemies. You know what they did? They pulled a Caesar on him. They pulled a Julius Caesar on my boy. What that means is they stabbed him. First, he was hit in the head with a machete. Then everyone else joined in killing him. As you can see, the Lunas lived a great life. They led a great life. They contributed a lot to Philippine society into what it is today. It's such a cruel game, come to think about it, Philippine history. A lot of heroes have come and go, sometimes with an unfair death, but that's the price they have to pay. That's the price they have to pay for salvation. And while I was doing research for this, let me tell you, when I read these books, I cried. I literally cried. It was so unfair. Like, both of their lives were so unfair. You know what? The only time Juan Luna came home was when he was dead. It was when he was buried. Just a few months after his brother's assassination, he followed him shortly. Just like the story of Vincent and Theo Van Gogh. After Vincent died, Theo went crazy and insane and died with him as well, just a few months after his death. So the story that we can learn from here is that brotherhood is a very strong bond. And history, although it can be created and changed, will forever remain the same. Wow, that was so deep. Did I actually say that? So anyway guys, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. But before we end this video, as another thank you for the 1,080 subscribers, I'm doing yet another giveaway. Yes, you are right. I am doing another giveaway, but not this TV. This TV is mine, unfortunately. But I will be giving away these two books, Juan Luna and Antonio Luna. These two bad boys. These two who led the Philippine Revolution as well. If you want to get your hands on one of these, the mechanics are simple. Just subscribe, like this video, and also comment down below anything, like what you learned from this video, or who's your favorite Luna. I don't have a favorite Luna, but if Mom, who's your favorite Luna? She's speechless. She's speechless because I'm a Luna as well. So anyway, that's all for this video. Thank you for sitting in with my, little chat over here. Once again, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment down below if you love this video. And that's all. Thank you so much to Tahanan Books for releasing these brand new edition Great Lives. Get your hands on them right now. Link in description. Yes, because this is very educational. If you're looking for something for AP, Filipino, and History, this is for you. And also, thank you, Mom, for my outfit. Thank you, Dad, for the Wi-Fi. Thank you, everyone. Bye. And also, sorry for the dogs. I haven't fed them yet. And I was supposed to feed them the boar that I just captured out there with my fencing skills. But I guess not. Bye.